Did you just miss one of the best games in footballing history? I think that this is one of the best games I've witnessed myself. And I mean, if you don't know what this game, you probably have to go and find the whole game for you to understand the context of the game, how it happened, how it unfolded, and how everything went so well for Barcelona in the end. I think that Hansi Flick is going to be a happy man, considering what he did for himself, considering what happened in the later stage of the game. This is a game that we watch after 10 years and we go like, did this really happen? Did this really occur? Like, this game had everything you need in a football match. Like, I think Szczesny made a lot of silly mistakes, a lot of bad errors, and you get to understand that maybe because he's a bit rusty and he just came back from retirement, he will make that mistake, and you have to probably give him the benefits of the doubt. So there are people saying that there's a final push in the box that the referee did not award to the Benfica team, considering they were playing home. Maybe the referee should have been a bit lenient, but I'm a bit indifferent about that. I just think that as a whole, this was a beautiful game. So let's get into the game. So I think that this is the craziest game I've watched in years. I watched a match between Barcelona and PSG. I think maybe somewhere 2015, 2016, thereabouts, or 20, thereabouts. And Barca won by 6-1. And we considered that as one of the best comebacks in history, and in reality, that was one of the best comebacks in history. It might not be at that same level, but you might have to compare the two, because Barcelona started this game very poorly. They didn't know what they were doing. They couldn't start from the back as they normally do. They didn't press with the intensity as they usually do. Like, Hansi Flick was standing on the touchline, and you could see for the first time in a while that he was probably completely out of sorts. He didn't know what to say, because he didn't see Barcelona's identity when the game started. And kudos to the Benfica team. I think that Bruno Lage is really underrated, and people do not rate him because of what he did at Wolves. And if you are giving a team like Wolves, you cannot really do much, because Wolves are really a team that are struggling. And he left Wolves and he went to Benfica, and he's actually not doing so bad. I think if you give Bruno Lage to a team like West Ham or Aston Villa, you probably do a good job. And today he showed why I'm saying he's underrated. And look at how he attacked Barcelona, destroyed Barcelona, made sure Barcelona did not have any sense of style of play. He destroyed Barcelona's high line. It was just not going to work. For me, at first I thought Barca were nowhere going to come into this game, and they came back and they won by 5 goals. So this game is one of the craziest games I've watched in years. And funny enough, it's also one of the most weirdest and most entertaining game. If you blink your eye, you miss an action. If you blink your eye, you miss a goal. If you blink an eye, you miss one Szczesny mistake. You get it? Like, you don't know, but so many mistakes, so many poor goals, and so much entertainment as at Benfica. And we have to tell you that Hansi Flick won his first UCL in that same stadium. So I'm sure he went to this game with a bit of mixed emotion, mixed feeling, and his team also did not disappoint, even though there were a lot of mistakes in this. The funny thing is, Barcelona scored 3 own goals and still won this game. Like, they scored 3 own goals and still won. Like, Szczesny made 2 terrible mistakes, and then Araujo scored himself an own goal. I think it was at a point 4-2, and many people, including myself, thought that it was done. There was no way Barcelona were going to come back, because if you watch their home form in recent time, they play good football. They create a lot of chances. They create a lot of openings to score the goal. But what happens is they tend to make a lot of chances, and they are unable to defend very well, because they normally play in a high line, and they proved me wrong completely. What a game of football. There are thoughts going around on the internet too that Benfica should have been awarded a penalty in the end. I don't know about that, because like how it happened, it was so fast. I've not been able to watch the review, but somehow, I think there's supposed to be a penalty at the end. And if the referee did not award a penalty, Benfica should be defending very well, or try and come back again, because the referee had not whistled. I have a feeling that the referee cheated Benfica, and I also have a feeling that Benfica should also have defended well, because it could have been 4-4. What happened in the last minute of the game? Where were the defenders? The referee made a lot of mistakes, because I look at him And I think that maybe some penalty kick, like the Yamal penalty kick like this, I don't think it was a penalty. It was so soft. How did he award that penalty kick for Yamal? And Yamal didn't have a good game, but all in all, an exciting performance from Barça and Benfica. In as much as we are talking about the controversies and the VAR that didn't award a penalty kick to Benfica, I think that we have to salute Pedri. It is almost 12 p.m. in Accra, Ghana now, and I'm sitting in my studio and I'm screaming Pedri. What a player, Pedri. What a monstrous player. You look at him and you ask yourself, is this guy really that good? He single-handedly carried this Barcelona team to the comeback. Look at the assist he gave to Eric Garcia to make it 4-4. Look at how you control the game in the little of details. I think Pedri will go on to be one of the best midfielders Barca has produced. And the chances he created about 4 or 5 chances that could have been goals that Yamal and Lewandowski missed. Footballing has become a sport where players are awarded for their goals, but in a fair world, I think that Pedri also deserved to be man of the match. Raphinha was awarded the man of the match, but I think that if you give it to Pedri too, you are not wrong, because Pedri had a monstrous performance. Ever since Hansi Flick came, Pedri has been on another level. I started watching Pedri when Koeman was the manager of Barcelona, and in that first season, you could see Pedri making a lot of controlling, making a lot of good passes, finding Lionel Messi in the pockets and helping Barcelona control the game. But you see, he had a lot of injuries and hasn't gone back to that Pedri that we know. Ever since Hansi Flick took charge at Barcelona, I don't know what he told this guy. I don't know the kind of food Pedri eats now. But Pedri has gone on another level, an absolute level that I watch him and I'm like, wow, Hansi Flick has fixed Pedri. I think Pedri is the best midfielder in the world now, if not one of the best. Imagine also being Vangelis Pavlidis, who scored a hat-trick for Benfica. Did a good job, scored decent goals, was really, you could see his hard work. He scored a hat-trick and he did not win the man of the match. Like, can you imagine? A player that put in such good performance, scored 3 goals against Barcelona, and his team did not win. I'm so sad for this guy, man. Imagine being Pavlidis today, scoring 3 goals against Barcelona, and your team lost by a last-minute goal. I think it's going to be heartbreaking. The last thing that happened in the box against Barcelona should have been a penalty for Benfica. That's my feeling, because I don't see how that wasn't a penalty kick. And for us that watched Barca's last game against Benfica, I think at the time David Nunes was a player for Benfica. They destroyed Barcelona in that time. So when the game started, it felt a bit embarrassing. It brought me that kind of feel. I thought Barca were going to lose this game like they lost against Benfica in recent past and in recent UCL matches. It didn't turn out that Barca won by 5 goals to 4. For us who are Pep Guardiola fans, and we are used to playing possession football, passing the ball from the left to the right to the left, controlling stuff, trying to find pockets of space and head the opponent. But really and truly, football needs to have games like this where there's so much chaos, where the opponent attack and you attack, where the opponent puts in pressure and you put in pressure, where the opponent score and you score. And this is what we just watch. Really good game and really exciting. I think that the Barcelona players will be in their 7th heaven, will be really excited, but they will go home also very tired because they had a lot of running to do. Benfica really punished Barcelona today. Best Brazilian player now in world football is Raphinha, and it is not even a debate. The best Brazilian in world football now is Raphinha. And looking at Vinicius' numbers last season, and Madrid fans were pulling and asking that we should give him a Ballon d'Or. To see Real Madrid fans also making the same stake for Raphinha when and if Barcelona win this UCL, because this guy has been monstrous. Wow, what a performance. I think it's a bit early for you to conclude that he's going to be a sure Ballon d'Or winner. The season is a bit early. Barca have to fight for trophies, fight the La Liga, fight for the La Liga, fight for the UCL, fight for other trophies. For him to be really considered as a Ballon d'Or material, I think that in the end, if Barcelona have a hand on these trophies, I think that Raphinha will go on to win this Ballon d'Or. Raphinha went from an awful performance to scoring the last minute goal, and that's how come he was given the best player for the game. I think that this one should have been given to Pedri. Football, I enjoyed it from both angles, and for Benfica, they will just be hurt that they did not win this game due to a VAR mistake or due to a referee not giving them a penalty kick. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. It was really a good game of football to watch. Thank you.